Hello and welcome back to my take. I'm Saddam Hussein. The most unpredictable man in the world is the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Well, a few days back or a month back, he increased the tariffs on Indian goods exported to the US to 50%, that is 25% tariff, and the other 25% is the penalty for importing Russian oil, for importing oil from Russia. Well, we have already discussed many times that there are many countries in the world that import much more oil from Russia than India. That is, there are many European countries, they import oil from Russia, no penalty, no tariffs on them. And for that matter, China imports much more crude oil from Russia. Well, Trump didn't impose any penalty on China. Only on India he's imposed the tariffs. Now it is 50% for all the goods exported to the United States. As a result, many industries are suffering in India. Many industries have been closed. Many people have become unemployed. Well, that is one part of the story. But just a couple of days back, he has increased the fees, the visa fees for H-1B visas 6 times to $100,000, 6 times the fees, current fees, what they have for H-1B visa. As a result, it has come as a consternation to many of the techies in India. Well, now the main purpose of putting this video is forget about H-1B visa. Well, Indian students have not gone to IIT, Indian students have not gone to prestigious engineering colleges thinking one day they'll get H-1B visa. If H-1B visa is not there, are you not going to survive with your technical skills? You can go to any part of the world, you are respected as an Indian and as a technocrat, because the Indian engineers, Indian software engineers, Indian IT specialists, Indian engineers for that matter are respected all over the world. It is not necessarily that you have to go to Silicon Valley, you have to go to California. For that matter, I'll tell you what. See, there are many more engineers in Bangalore city itself, especially the software engineers who are working in IT, much more than what they have in the Silicon Valley, what they have in California. There are more engineers in Hyderabad, for that matter, than what they have in many American cities. Well, it's not necessarily that you have to rely only on H-1B visa and go and work. It's just an American dream. It's no more a dream now. It's not that every Indian, every Tom, Dick and Harry going to the USA, it is just a dream. It's an American dream is coming back with loads and loads of dollars. It's not necessarily that once if you come back from the USA after working for few years, you're going to become Ambani or Adani in India. Well, Indians put their heart and soul. They work so hard in the USA. Americans or the president of the USA, Donald Trump, is not doing any favor to Indian techies, to Indian technical staff or Indian technocrats or Indian engineers, Indian software engineers, Indians who are working in IT companies. He's not doing a favor. Rather, Indians are doing a favor to the United States. They are doing new innovations there. They are doing technological development. They are coming out with new products. And they are responsible for the economic development of the USA. And mind it one thing, majority of the American companies, the CEOs or the top heads are not Americans. They are either from India and some other countries. That means America is not doing a favor to the people who come and work there in USA. but rather these engineers who come from other countries, these technocrats are doing a big favor to USA that Trump has forgotten. He has just increased arbitrarily on his whims and fancies the H-1B visa to $100,000. The increase of H-1B visa to $100,000 leads to economic consequences for Indian families. That is what the Ministry of External Affairs in India has said. Well, they have not taken up this issue with the US authorities to do some remedy for this. Nothing has been done. Trump has forgotten that increase in the H-1 visa fee to $100,000 will also lead, it will have adverse effect on American companies, especially on IT companies, especially companies like Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon. These are the leading companies. They are solely dependent on the technical skills of the workers that have come from other parts of the world. He has forgotten that it will have adverse effect on these companies. According to data available, almost 71% of H-1B visa are granted to Indian techies or Indian software engineers or IT specialists and other engineers, doctors and all. They have their own specialization in their own fields. Well, the data also suggests that means 71% H-1B visas are given to Indians. Out of this, only 60% of them will earn less than, only 60%, mind it, out of 71% of the visa recipients of H-1B visa, they earn 60% earn less than $100,000. So of going and working in the United States, they earn less than $100,000. Then what is the logic? What is the reasoning here? No one understood. If a small company or a startup in the United States is paying as visa fees to invite an engineer from India, if the visa fees they are paying, the company is paying $100,000 and they have to pay him another $100,000 as salary. Can it be possible for a small company or startup to pay such a huge remuneration, visa fees as well as the salary, which is not practical? Indian government should take proactive measures, developing infrastructure, developing many companies, especially IT companies all over India, developing the infrastructure, providing all kinds of financial help to startups and other small companies so that they can employ the graduates completing their education in India instead of relying or depending on H-1B visas to go and work in the United States. Why should our engineers should go to USA and work there? Why should they go and develop that country instead of developing our own country? We have everything in India. We have resources. We have the technical skills. We have manpower. We have the brains. Why not we tap? Why not we utilize? Why not we make the best use of our talent instead of exporting to other countries and developing those countries, and still they are treated as slaves there. Still they are treated as someone coming and robbing them, someone coming from other countries and exploiting them. No, Indians are not going to exploit Americans. They are not taking away their jobs. They're not taking away their jobs. They are invited. They are invited there for their own selfish ends. That's why the Indians techies are going to the USA. Indian engineers have contributed enormously to technology development, innovation, economic growth, wealth creation in the United States and India. Trump offers that this $100,000 visa fee is for 1 year, but you can't trust him, you can't rely on him, but there is no guarantee that it won't be extended further. The policy makers in India should have long-term plan to reduce reliance of Indian technical workers going to the USA on their shrinking pool of job opportunities in the USA economy. We can't let our technical engineers going there and looking for jobs. Hostility of Trump to future innovations, job creators and taxpayers. It is USA rather than other nations that will suffer a shortage of scientific and engineering prowess to full economic progress. Trump is doing a big injustice by stopping the top technical personnel coming to USA by increasing the H-1B visa fees. As a result, USA companies will suffer. As a result, the technological development, innovations, new technical skills will stop coming to USA. He's not doing a favor to USA by increasing the H-1B visa fees. US attracts world's best minds. In 2024, Indians accounted for 71% of all H-1B visas. They are not low-skilled workers. They are engineers, researchers, and system architects behind cutting-edge platforms at Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta. This is not just short-sighted. It is strategic self-harm. Yes, the H-1B system has been misused. We agree to that. We agree. This is what the Trump says, that why he's increasing the H-1B visa fees, because that is being misused by many companies in USA and rob the jobs of Americans. As a result, there is massive unemployment in India. Yes, we agree, the H-1B system has been misused. Some companies gain in this process underpaid workers and exploited loopholes to the hilt. Yes, we do agree, they have exploited all the loopholes of H-1B visa system. To persist, the entire ecosystem, including top-tier talent that has driven USA innovation for decades, is to undercut your own future in a world increasingly defined by technological supremacy. Yes, we do agree that any system anywhere in the world, however strict norms you might put it, but still there might be some loopholes. Yes, some unscrupulous companies in the United States have misused H-1B system. They have underpaid their workers. Well, they have not given jobs to the natives. We agree to that. It doesn't mean that the whole ecosystem is wrong. It doesn't mean you stop giving visa to top technical personnel coming to USA. You are harming, you are doing a self-harm to yourself. That's what the Trump has done by enhancing 6 times the H-1B visa fees. If US chooses to tax skills and limit opportunities, well, if USA chooses to stop calling technical skills from abroad and stop giving opportunities to them, India shift focus inward. Well, inward looking policy we call it earlier during the British time. They can look for inward. That era is past where Indians have to depend on other countries. Now is the time to build at home. India can't just be a talent exporter. Well said. India can't be just a talent exporter. We just don't export talent to other countries for their betterment. It must become a destination for ideas, innovation and investment. Opportunity has a new address. Now, what I mean to say is that Indians need not go in search of jobs looking for H-1B visa. They have opportunities in India itself. This is not retaliation, it is reclamation. If Indian talent is pushed out, let's pull them in. Let's make India a hub where global minds they sit and discuss what is next. So if India's talent is pushed out from other parts of the world, okay, we welcome them. Global power in the 21st century. India has the raw materials, talent, risk, hungry startups and a policy intent. However, piecemeal progress won't get us there. The government's rupees 10,000 crore deep tech fund is a start. What India needs is a rupees 1 lakh crore deep tech machine for the next decade, focused on R&D, IP and commercialization. The age of dependence must now give way to an era of leadership. So those days have gone where India is a talent export country. India is not talent export country anymore now. New startups are coming up and the government is encouraging the startups and they're giving all kinds of financial help. Well, if other countries push our technocrats, if other countries, USA, push them out, we'll pull them in. India should make all efforts. So here we're not suggesting that India should bow down. India should beg Americans. India should beg the President of the United States to do something. No, not necessarily. Enough is enough. Now we can take care of our engineers. I told you in the beginning that our students are not gone to the colleges and universities to, once if they come outside the colleges, they have to depend on other countries for job. No, it's no more there in this new century. Though when you have a talent, it's respected. So anywhere in the world, well, we have, if USA is not there, then your talent is respected in other parts of the world. There are many European countries, they're willing to respect you, they're willing to take you anytime. Then you have China, then you have Australia, then you have UK. There are many countries. We don't have to beg someone for visa or beg someone. Go to some country where there is so much, where there is no respect for our talent, so we can always take care of them. We wish all the best, right? So especially for all those technical engineers, technical hands, they need not despair. They don't have to depend on H-1B visa only. Because when you are born, no one promised you that you will get H-1B visa and no one gave you American dream. Okay, that's all we have time for this video. So on a happy note, with very optimistic view, very optimistic hope that always there is a silver lining. Always every cloud has a silver lining. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. So happy days will always be there. So we can do on your own. It's better to earn a single penny than on your own than depending on someone else. Well, thank you for watching. Till we meet next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to share, subscribe and like our videos. Bye bye guys.